Welcome to another video, everyone. Today we're going to be making homemade pickles from my wife's garden. Here you can see the garden. Those are the cucumbers coming around. Those are some pumpkins we planted. And down here is going to be some herbs, and that's where we sourced our dill for this recipe. As we come inside now, I've got 4 cloves of garlic, some peppercorns, a few sprigs of dill, 1 cucumber, a ball mason jar. I'm just preparing the cloves of garlic right now, 4 cloves. I just cut them in half, drop them in the bottom. And we're going to go through and drop our sprigs of dill. Everything was washed already. Washed, rinsed off. Put those in there. And we're going to throw some peppercorns in. Whole peppercorns. And I didn't measure the amount. I just kind of dropped some in there. Now I'll slice up the cucumber. I did chips. This is a pretty big cucumber. You're supposed to cut off the bloom end, I guess they call it. This is the first time I've ever made pickles, but went through, chopped it up into decently sized slices, and they're kind of rolling around all over the place. So what you don't see off camera at the moment, which you'll see here shortly, is the brine I made. So the brine is going to be 2 cups of white distilled vinegar, 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of sea salt, and then a 1/4 cup of sugar. And what I did was I heated that up on the stove, used the whisk, went through and made sure that all the salt and the sugar was diluted into the mixture, so that way it was a liquid brine without chunks of salt or sugar. So I just went through, fill up our jar. You're supposed to leave a little bit of space up at the top. I believe it called for about a half inch. These are refrigerator pickles, I guess they call them, refrigerator dill pickles. And then the brine that you use, you want to pour that in hot, I guess. Not boiling, but hot. So here I am adding the brine, filling up the jar. And then once I do that, I'll just throw the top on and go ahead and I kind of shook them up a little bit to incorporate everything, so I didn't have any, I could kind of stir it up a little bit with the peppercorns, dill, and admittedly, I didn't realize we have a mason jar funnel at the house, so I spilled some of the brine. But what I noticed is this was a quart jar, so a 32-ounce ball jar, but the brine